In the glittering heart of Paris, beneath the world of runway lights and haute couture, lies a dynasty of silence. A family whose fortune spans over a century, yet whose faces remain hidden behind the mirrored walls of Chanel. This is the story of the Wertheimers, the invisible empire that turned perfume into power and luxury into legacy. The name Wertheimer traces back to the Jewish communities of the Rhineland, the borderlands of Germany and France, where centuries ago, traders and scholars carried the name that meant valuable home. From these quiet origins would emerge two powerful branches of the same family. One, the French dynasty that would own Chanel. The other, the Israeli industrialists who would reshape the nation's economy. But our story begins in Paris, 1888, when Pierre Wertheimer was born into a world on the edge of elegance and empire. Pierre Wertheimer, son of Ernest Wertheimer, a cosmetics magnate, met a woman with a dream larger than fashion itself. Her name, Gabrielle Coco Chanel. She was a visionary who believed a scent could define a woman, and Pierre believed in her vision. In 1924, the two struck a deal. Les Parfums Chanel was born. But like every deal of beauty, it hid a darker truth. Chanel owned just 10%. Pierre held 70%. Behind every bottle of Chanel No. 5 stood not only creativity, but control, the Wertheimer control that would last a century. And when the war came, that control would be tested in ways few could imagine. During World War II, Coco Chanel found herself entangled with Nazi officers and attempted to reclaim the perfume empire she once signed away. But Pierre Wertheimer, who fled to New York, was a strategist. Long before the occupation, he transferred Chanel's assets to neutral hands, protecting them from Nazi seizure. When the war ended, Pierre returned. The empire still stood. Chanel, furious yet outmaneuvered, was forced to accept the truth. The Wertheimers had preserved her brand and their fortune. Pierre's son, Jacques Wertheimer, inherited not just a company, but a culture of silence. He expanded the empire through couture and horses, becoming a quiet power in both fashion and sport. And when Jacques' sons, Alain and Gérard, took over, Chanel transformed from a luxury house into a global symbol. By the turn of the century, the Wertheimer brothers became the invisible billionaires, estimated to hold over $90 billion in assets, controlling Chanel entirely, and managing their vast wealth through a family office known as Moose Partners. But far from Paris, another Wertheimer dream was taking shape. Steph Wertheimer, a German-born Jew who fled to Israel, built Iskar, a metalworking company that became the backbone of Israel's industrial rise. Through vision, education, and peace initiatives, Steph created industrial parks that united Arab and Jewish workers under one purpose: progress. His son, Eitan Wertheimer, later sold Iskar to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, a $6 billion deal, one of the largest in Israel's history. From perfume to precision tools, the Wertheimer legacy had no borders. While others flaunt fortune, the Wertheimers prefer shadows. No social media, no interviews, no scandal. Their influence is quiet, but absolute, flowing through art, philanthropy, and generations of power. Even today, as Alain and Gérard approach the twilight of their reign, the fourth generation is being prepared, discreetly, to inherit one of the world's greatest private fortunes. From the ghettos of 18th century Europe to the glittering runways of Paris. From war to wealth, from exile to empire, the Wertheimer name has survived every century storm. And behind every node of Chanel No. 5 lies not just the scent of luxury, but the fragrance of secrecy, strategy, and the power of a family who mastered the art of silence. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's most private dynasties, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories from the shadows. See you next time.